Hello guys, so welcome to the new video of this channel, and today we are here to unbox and give a review of this new product, which is a Simpex RGB multicolored light. This is a portable light actually, which gives the RGB spectrum. And here we can see the box, and on the box we have some details. We are going to open the box, and in it we'll find the light itself. As you can see, this is a light. We are going to take it out of the wrapper. Letter on that. What else do we got? Yes, we have a USB charger, and we have a mounting adapter. Basically, it's a cold shoe mount which you can use to mount it on a camera. What else? Yeah. We also have the quick start guide as well. We won't need that. So we're going to keep the box aside, and we're going to take a closer look at the light itself, and all its contents will be inside. And now we're going to unwrap this light, and yeah, you can see the LED panels in the front. Yeah, here on the top we can find one of the tripod holders and two ports, which are, one of them is basically the USB that helps you basically to charge your devices when you are using this as a power bank. And you also have a type C 5V in cable. This thing is basically used, this port will be used to charge this light. On this side you have nothing else but just the port for the tripod stand and for the holder basically. And on the other side you would have find this basically button for the power on off switch. And on this side guys, we have three basically. One of them is a button, and two dials are there. One of them is a normal dial, yes, that is the brightness, to control the brightness. And the other dial is basically a dual functional button, which can obviously be used to scroll through the levels by dragging it up or down, but you can also push it inwards for various other purposes as well. We'll be taking a look at that afterwards as well. On the back we have nothing else but some labels for what each button does, and the screen, additional screen. And I have to say guys, the build quality is great. It has a metallic build quality. It has a distinct weight to it, which I definitely, anything with a little bit of weight, it doesn't feel cheap actually. So it has that if you feel that you're holding a product with some magnitude. Yeah, and that metallic feel guys, it will definitely feel not so plasticky. It will not feel the cheap equipment. It will feel like one of the premium equipments. Or the light gets too hot sometimes, then the metal will actually help in dissipation of the heat. Overall it's super lightweight. It's not lightweight, it's comparatively to be a lightweight. As you can see, I've put on this light now, and yeah, it is quite bright. From here only you can see that it's quite bright. And also in the back you can see that the logistics have shown up. You can see that, yeah. But we'll get to those logistics later on. You can definitely try and get used to these buttons. What everything does is already labeled at the back. And now we're going to just test the brightness out guys, that how bright this goes. And this is now in a pitch dark environment, and you can see that the light is going quite it's quite aggressive. Even at the lowest temperature it's quite aggressive, but now we are trying to spank up the brightness and see how bright this goes guys. So this is quite bright guys, this is quite bright. So just to give you the idea about the size of this product, I'm not going to compare it against my mobile that I have. And if you just look at it from side, if you just hold it side by side, and you can find it out that in terms of the dimensions, it might be a little bit thicker than the regular mobile, the regular smartphone, but in terms of the other aspects or other dimensions, it's quite similar. So it's quite pocketable, and I'm pretty pleased with this product, quality wise and the size wise and portability wise, everything quite decent product. And now we are going to take an in-depth look of this product in the next part of this video. So guys, here we are again, and this time we are going to take a look at this back screen of this Simpex portable light. And here we can have a little bit of an overview from the back side of this light. Since it has been turned on, we can see that the display is showing some kind of a logistics. What are those logistics? That the battery, we can see that the battery levels are showing, and at the current brightness, that is 1% of brightness, where we have set the temperature of this the white balance of this light at 2500 K. It will give us approximately 14 hours of battery backup. Now, to get an further overview, we'll change the brightness levels and see how the screen responds. Now I have a backup light over here which I have kept just because you were watching this brightness levels and everything. So I had kept this light on so that you could have a better view from the back side. And now I'm going to put this light off and I'll control the brightness just to give you an idea that how much bright this light can be. It is a great product, and I would like to showcase that how well this thing controls and how well this has been built, and everything has been kept in mind while building this. So we'll take a look at this now. Yeah. Okay, I have set the light off now, and what we're going to do is gradually we'll start increasing the brightness. See, now we are changing the brightness, and slowly we can see this 25, this is 30% brightness. We're trying to gain a full brightness, and while we are increasing our brightness, you can see that the battery levels are fluctuating. It is decreasing, if you can see. So the brighter the light is, it will last shorter. So this is the current brightness. As you can see, this has been well lit and everything you can be viewed in the room. The brightness is optimum, I would say. Now we can also change the temperature, the white balance. How do we change that? See, from tungsten now it's changing till we have a 8000 Kelvin limit for this bright, where it is going as bright blue or a white light you can see. The camera is capturing a little bit of bluish tint because of the white balance of my camera, but believe me, this is actually a white light that we are getting from here. So, and the button that I am controlling the the Kelvin limits, this has dual function. You know, I'm going to set this brightness to the minimum again because we don't want the battery to run out while we are testing this. So the thing that I was saying, that this particular button which controls the kelvins of this light, this is a dual function actually. Okay, so you can set the bars higher or lower, but this button can also be pushed inwards to change different settings and get different outputs from this light. But later on that. The next button is the mode that we had seen earlier. This button, it's labeled as mode, and when we press this button, what we get is, this is the hue saturation color gambit that we're getting. You can also obviously set those parameters. So if I now try to change this hue, it will change it like that, or you can press it once and now you can also control the saturation. So that's what I was saying, that this is a dual function button. You can obviously raise and lower the volumes or the levels. Also you can push it down to get the different modes or something like that. It can go pretty 360. And in terms of the color accuracy also, I'm not a very great judge of the colors, but what I can say is definitely it can do the job properly. You can get a lot of good things and creative stuff out of this light. Now, this is one of the modes where you can set the hue saturations. Now we are again going to press this mode, and here you have different effects for this light. Different effects are, first you are getting in the screen only that A3 That is a TV screen effect. Okay, now TV screen, as you can see, it is like suddenly it's like pulsating very rapidly, or it will be pulsating very slowly, just the way the TV, the screens change and the scenes change in the TV. So not only this, but with the same button, that is the dual functionality, we can change this. This is a flash fast mode. Yeah, you can get this type of a setting. And when I'm again trying to raise the lower, higher or lower, raise the bars higher or lower, we can get different settings. This is A1, that is the only flash. This is not a fast flash. And what else effect? If you want to see any other effects, then what we need to do is basically we need to press this button. Now if you press this button, now it has gone to a different different mode or an effect. That is a flame effect. Now this flame effect would have various other effects of flame only. Might be a rapid flame or might be a slower flame, like that, which you can control by raising the volumes higher or lower with the dual functionality button. Yeah, this is B3 flame 2, this is B2 flame 1, and this is candlelight effect. What else? Yeah, we can again press this, and obviously this one would be the favorite for a lot of people, the police effect, the way they buzz around the city, and you can definitely mimic a good effect, outdoor effect with this light, or better even if you have a couple of this with you. So moving on to the pull is, now we have this fire truck that glows a little bit slower, but definitely you can see that it is doing great job, guys. We still have 8 hours of battery left in it. So this is a 4000 milliamp light, and it is a rechargeable light. Obviously it is portable, but this also can act as your power bank, pocket power bank for your mobile phones or other gadgets. Now moving on to the another one effect, that is this is actually the ambulance effect, that you can say. Yeah. Now moving on, this is the strobe lights. You can mimic this actually. What you can see is basically, you might feel like you're in a pub or a disco where lights glow very fast, like things happen or sometimes we see in the movies like very action sequence, like is happening in the flash of a second, where you cannot really get a great picture. I mean, you're not quite getting the entire thing, but from the moves you can get bits and parts and you can make sense of it. Yeah, and guys, everything is in 1% brightness, please. Yeah, so moving on, we have a slower strobe of lights over here, kind of like a camera flash or something like that, and this is a strobe light one, which is much slower than the others. So moving on, this is chase made. This kind of settings, you can get with any other RGB lights. This is kind of like a moody kind of settings where it glows through all the RGB light spectrum slowly, or I guess we can have another. Oh, this is a slower one as well, and this is a faster one. This is also a good effect. This is the firework, basically kind of like a Diwali or something like that, when you're in the open space in a dark environment. So when those flashes happen, so you can definitely mimic those and try and tell the story better in this kind of scenarios. With some kind of a background noise, it will be much more effective, obviously. So you can get those things done, guys, with this small light. You can get all this kind of settings and all this kind of effects. So this is another firework, and this is the last one, which is basically this the ones that there are different effects, and you basically you can set those things at a lower or a higher speed. Basically you can amplify the speed, or you can basically take it at a lower pace if you want to. So this would be the last, I guess, the effect. This is the romantic, they're calling it romantic. I'm not sure what the romance is about with this one kind of a light. So this is another kind of a club sitting there, named it as club 2, and this is club 1. And I guess this is it. And we are back again at A1 flash. So guys, that's the summary of it. I guess we could have a better insight of it, and if I have missed out to tell you, so here is your power button. Again, this is the power button. Over here you have the power button on top, which is a sliding button, and it's a good, it's you can also see over here as well the battery levels are provided over here. Yeah, so that's all guys. I guess that should give you an idea that what this light is capable of. The only thing I would say, the downside of it is, it could have been a perfect light within 5,000 had it been capable to have a remote control from a mobile phone. You could have had an app for itself where you could pair up 2 or 3 of these with one single app, and you can program them like what they would do in case of different scenarios and these things. That could have made it really, that could have, that is the only one thing that I miss for this light. Had that been in this light, then definitely it could have made it would have been a no-brainer. Everybody would have started getting this light in massive amounts, not only one or not 2, but in dozens, I guess. But apart from that, I guess definitely it's a very versatile light, guys. I'm very happy with this light, and it's a phenomenal kind of an equipment on it. I would say if you just use it as a light, then it will be an understatement of this light, or underused. Basically, it will not be used optimally. So it's a great tool, guys, to have at your side when you are doing some filming, you're trying to create creative shots, you're trying to take something different. Might not be the season like the fireworks. You will only get those things when once in a year or something like that, or else you'll have to buy it out, shell out some money. You have to also go for the resources. Then you'd get a decent amount of that kind of resource. You would have to back it up with your time and efforts and money. But this kind of light will give you at with anytime, anywhere you want to do it, you can do it. So and in case you're wondering that how this light is set up and how I kept this up, so basically I have mounted it over my tripod, and yes, it has those tripod holders on all of its sides. Not all of its sides, but 2 of its sides basically. The lower portion, it has one socket, and the side portion as well, where you will find the other socket. So you can place it both ways, and obviously it comes with that cold shoe that we had unboxed earlier, where you can definitely directly mount it on your camera to give your character or your scene some ambient light, which you might be in a dark environment and you might need that light to do that job where your camera would not be capable enough to get that enough light in those scenarios. So that's it, guys, and obviously very happy, guys, can't recommend it enough. I got this from Amazon at 4,500, I guess, and I think it's worth the money to get this kind of equipment. And I'm crazy excited to implement this particular light in a few different storytelling aspects. When if I might shoot a short film, or I might shoot a short video like the 1-minute videos or 2-minute videos, then I will find this very, very agile and a versatile tool for myself. So that's it, guys, and definitely I'm also planning to get a few more, but if the situation demands, I'm planning that I can get a few more of these and set them up manually so that I get the adequate effect. So that's it from me, guys. Now signing off, and let me know in the comments and in your comments that how you have liked this video, or you would like to have something else as well. Any questions are most welcomed. Let me know them, and I'll do my best to answer those. Thank you.